Good day everyone, this is Junaid Khan, a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, also representing my clients to the Immigration Refugee Board of Canada. In the topic of who can be a sponsor, that people think if they are a permanent resident of Canada or a citizen of Canada, they are good to sponsor anybody as a spouse or a common law partner or a conjugal partner. So first of all, who can be a sponsor? A person should be 18 years or older. Definitely, a person must be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. Number three, living in Canada. There are some circumstances where a person is not living in Canada, they can still sponsor their spouse, common law partner, or conjugal partner. In these cases, I'm quoting from the IRCC website, like if you are a Canadian citizen living outside Canada, you must show that you plan to live in Canada with the person when you are sponsoring them. So if you're currently living outside Canada as a Canadian citizen, a lot of people live in Middle East, a lot of people live in the US or different countries because of their work, jobs, businesses. But at that time, you can still sponsor your spouse to Canada to become a permanent resident of Canada. But you have to convince an RSCC that you yourself, while living outside Canada, once this application is approved, you will join your partner in Canada and you will reside in Canada. It's not like you can get a permanent residency for your spouse in Canada while you are living outside and planning to continuously living outside of Canada. Secondly, if you are a permanent resident living outside Canada, you cannot sponsor. So this particular point is only valid for Canadian citizens. So if a person is a permanent resident of Canada living outside Canada for whatever period, for job, businesses, whatever, they cannot sponsor. You have to be in Canada to proceed with your application. Yes, if you are a citizen, you can proceed with the application, but you have to show your intentions to IRCC that you will come back to Canada and you will live with your partner in Canada. Next point, for a sponsor, you have to commit for supporting your sponsor, sponsoring while signing the undertaking and the sponsorship agreement, which we talked about initially, and you also required to fulfill all the requirements of the RSCC. In some cases, there are income requirement as well. In most cases, if you are sponsoring your spouse, common law partner, or conjugal partner, there is no need to show your income, like in a super visa or other categories where you have to have a certain amount of income according to the low income cutoff. But in the sponsorship of your spouse or under the family class, you don't really have to show that you have to fulfill the income requirement. Again, this all information is for other than the province of Quebec. If there is a Quebec application, then things are a little bit different.